Hello everybody, welcome back to the Agora 1/200 scale Titanic model. This is pack number 6 and I am going to show you guys what's inside the box. So make sure you guys hit that like button and comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you guys can keep up to date with all of my latest videos on this build or other videos as well. So, okay. Let's get to unboxing it before we start the build, shall we? Okay, so what's inside the box? Now, this is pack number 6. Now, right away, as you guys can clearly see, we have ourselves a nice trinket of a watch. Pocket watch, to be exact. Made by Hatchet. Okay. So now we go to the boxes. So, as per usual, there is 6 boxes per pack. And then we have magazines 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. So we're going to start off with magazine number 27. Alright, so let's flip through magazine 27 first, shall we? Got the Carpathia. Four-legged friends, huh? John Jacob Astor with his dog. I'm a dog lover myself. Got 2 of them. Oh, look at that. The Titanic cat. I've heard some of those stories before. Okay. So, we are going to start work on the second engine and start putting that together. So this is a short one, so this should go by fairly quickly. Alright, so first things first, I gotta take these pieces right here and these pieces right here, and then I have to connect them together. Now these are exactly the same, so on either end, so there's no specific way I have to position these, just as long as it looks like this. So I'm going to do 3 more of these. There's 2 done already. And then the last one. Alright, I got all 4 4 of them done. So now we're gonna head to the next part. Alright, so I'm gonna take the smaller end of these. I'm gonna take one of these and attach it like so, just like that. There's 2. There's 3. And there's 4. So that part is now complete. Now we are going to start dealing with the engine heads. Okay, so I got them all lined up here in a row in the proper order. They have to be in the exact order or else they will not fit right. So I'm going to start with this one right here, and I'm going to fit it on here just like so. And then I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm going to go ahead and put in the screw. Just like that. Alright. So that first one's on. Now I am going to put on number 2. And this kind of leaves me in that awkward position to hold it, because it doesn't stay in very nicely. Alright. So now we can go to the next one. Kind of got the same exact thing here. Alright, we got the last one there. And then screw it in. That is now done. And that is it for magazine number 27. Alright, here we go with magazine number 28. We got Molly Brown presenting a trophy to Captain Arthur Rostron for everything they did during the crisis. Oh, the unsinkable Molly Brown, the musical and film. You know, I actually seen both long time ago. Yeah, especially this one. I remember that one. This one, though, like, Titanic really wasn't featured, really, then. Ooh, SOS Titanic. As a matter of fact, David Warner, you guys might know that he played in the James Cameron 1997 Titanic. And another big name on here is Ian Holm. And of course, you know, he's been in plenty of movies and TV shows. If you guys have ever watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you guys would know him as Bilbo Baggins. He's quite something. I was never a huge fan of the movie, but it's okay, you know. And here we are to more parts of the second engine, and it's pretty much the exact same thing. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I thought it was the same exact process, and initially I was going to do it all off camera, but then I realized, wait, it is slightly different. So what I did go ahead and do off camera was this. So these two halves are done, but these, however, I gotta still put together. So these are just slightly different. So I just need to attach these. And there's 4 of them. There's 3. And that makes number 4. So, alright, I guess we can head on to magazine number 29. We got magazine number 29 right here. Let's see what we got. Comics, huh? Oh yeah, comic book. That's pretty cool. Titanic Into the Future. Voyage of the Damned. An episode of Doctor Who. Oh yeah, the spaceship episode. Now I've never watched it, but I've heard about it. For this magazine, we're going to start taking care of the crankshafts for the second engine. We're going to put that all together to make this engine more complete. And it probably looks as if we're going to more complete, yes. So it's gonna look like the other engine. Okay, let's get to it. So we're gonna start out with this crankshaft right here. We have to position it in a way as to how these pieces are gonna go on it. So the way I have it is correct. And then I have to skip one. And I have to skip 2. So 1, 2, and then do that one. So when I lay it out, it looks just like that. Alright, so my next move that I have to make is I have to make sure this can sit in here just right, and then I have to take this piece here and put it on top and close it up, but I have to get it just right. Well, so I'm going to do this part off camera because I know it's going to take me a while. I struggled with the last one, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I finally got it on. As you can clearly see, it's on there. So The next thing I gotta do is I gotta take these pieces right here and I have to put them on. I gotta make sure I put them on the right way. Okay. Like so. And then just put each one on individually. And then last but not least, this big piece. And those pieces are now in. Okay, so we're going to take this shaft right here. And we're going to take these pieces that we worked on in magazine number 27. And we're going to attach them. And now the last one, and done. There we go. Alright, so we're going to take this and then this, and then we're going to attach it to these remaining pieces that we did not do before. And then there's 4. And now that that's on there, it wants me to take it and put this in these small little holes. Alright. Just like that. They are in the small little holes, and this is starting to look a little bit more complete now. I have to make sure they stay in the holes. The next step is to take, I believe it's these pieces, and then I gotta screw them in. I did this part off camera because I knew it was going to take a while, and it did, but I got it, and it works. Not bad, huh? Pretty cool. That is the end of this magazine. We are now going to go on to magazine number 30. Alright, magazine number 30. Here we go. So what we got? Just flipping through the pages. Titanic sinks at the box office. Raise the Titanic. Guys, I love that book. That book is so awesome. Even the movie, was pretty good. See, now when I say good, to me it was more because technically I saw the movie as a kid. When I never had read the book until I was 15. So technically you could say I have even though I know now that the movie and the book don't really match up, I still have I guess you could call it a soft spot for Raise the Titanic movie. But the book will always be way better. Okay. So now we're going to start on the base of the second engine, and we're going to start putting that together. And it shows us where we need to put all that stuff. And yeah, this is going to be interesting. So let's get to it. So the next thing that we need to do right now is we need to attach this little plating to the engines. And it's going to fit like so, just like that. And now the other things that we have to do is we're going to put 4 EM screws into this base. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. Now there's multiple holes here, so we have to put them in the right holes. There's one. So just so that you guys are aware, if you guys have watched this far into the video, I'm probably going to do this whole pack in one video, because I am not going to have any time later on to finish the later parts of it. And the reason why is because my wife has gestational diabetes. They're going to induce her this Thursday. You know, she is considered full term, so yeah, there's that. And I will make another video on that probably in the next few days. Now, if you guys are watching this like years from now, then disregard this message. Alright, so now that I have the part of the base on, I'm going to go ahead and install this metal piece to the base. Now obviously this has to go on a certain way. So if I put it on this way, that is incorrect. If I turn it around and put it on this way, that is correct. Alright. So now, I think I might put this over here again because I got to use AP screws this time to put in these screws. And I need to put in 4 of them. And then the last one. And then after that, I have to put in... Oh, okay. I messed up. I got the right screws here, but I messed up on what the screws are called. Right now I'm putting in FM screws. And then I go along with the other holes right here. And I'll show you which ones. I'm going to have to put six screws in. And I'll probably just do that part off camera. So I got to put screws in here, 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 and here. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to do that part off camera. That is now done. So, I can go ahead and I got these little needle things, and I can go ahead and stick them into these holes on top of the engine cylinders. They just stick right in I'm not sure if I should use glue for this part. I mean, it says use glue if necessary, but maybe not. I mean, if I have to later on, I'll just use glue. Okay. So that is done. So now we go on to the very last step. And what it wants me to do is stick this right here, but it also wants me to use a little bit of glue just to kind of keep it there in place. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that is now done. And now we can head to magazine number 31. Alright, here we go with magazine number 31. Ooh. Oh, that's the Californian. Yeah. Took me a second to see what ship that was. Alright, so this is now where we're going to do a lot more engine work. And we're going to be putting what looks like wheels, pipes, stairs, walkways, and all sorts of little bits of machinery onto the engines. So it'll probably start looking a lot more finished once this is done. Alright, let's get to it. The first thing I gotta do with this is I gotta take these stairs gangways, and what I have to do is I have to fit them on here. Now this is the engine that I first assembled way back quite a few packs ago. So probably one of the first packs that I did. Here is the engine that I just finished doing. So now I have to attach these in such a way, but I have to put a little glue on them and make sure that they are okay. Now I have a whole bunch of these, so this is going to be a fairly lengthy process. So what I'm going to do is, because this one's going to take so long, I am going to do this off camera, but I will be back. I went ahead and did them all. See if you guys can see them. So that probably took about like I don't know, almost half an hour to do. So yeah. Alright, so the next step that we are going to take here is we're going to take this piece right here and this piece, and we're going to put it here in the middle. I have to make sure I'm putting it in the right area. There we go. So that piece is now in. Now we got to take this piece and put it in as well. So that is in. Now on to the next thing. See if you guys can see that. This little wheel right here. And this thing right here. And I'm going to have to put a little bit of glue in there. And I'm going to attach the two, and then I'm going to put it right there in that little hole. Just a dab of glue. And then maybe put a tiny dab of glue right there. And then connect the two pieces. All right. That's in there. Sweet. All right, so I've already put glue in a couple holes here, so I can now install this pipe to right here. Just have to install it the right way. Perfect. There's a lot of little stuff that goes with this thing. The next piece is this, and I have to put this right here in these holes. Just like so. Just like that. Alright, so now we're getting some of these big pipes in place. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first big pipe is now on. As you can clearly see, it's coming together slowly but surely. Now the next piece I gotta put on is this small one, and that's gonna go, I think, just above it slightly. Alright, I got the glue in, so I can now install this thing like so. And it's easy as that, and I guess it's just supposed to stick out like that. And we're going to attach a couple more big pipes. This is all one piece. And this goes right here. There's two. Okay. So those pieces are now in place. Man, there's way too many of these pipes. There's a lot of them. Alrighty. That's another pipe in. Now we got one more pipe to deal with, and then that will be the end of magazine 31. Last one. This has been an interesting pack so far. A lot of detail. Tons of detail. Okay, that is now in. So I'm going to give you a quick 360 of what this engine looks like as of right now. Now it is still nowhere near complete. There's still quite a lot of stuff that has to be attached to it. But yeah. So now on to the final magazine, which is magazine number 32. Okay, last magazine of the pack, number 32. Here we go. What do we got? Cunard line. More about Cunard, White Star. And right away, back to the engines. And like I said, we have still quite a lot more to go. A lot more to add. Probably more than what may have even actually been on it. Look at this. And it looks like we're going to also be adding another thruster block to the floor. Well, this is going to be interesting to say the least. First things first, guys. So I went ahead and I built this piece right here. See if you guys can see that. So I went ahead and I built it. This thing was 3 different pieces. Okay. Now, I've already put glue into some of the holes already. So all I need to do right now is to attach it to the engines. Okay, so just like that, it's in. So the next thing I gotta do is take this walkway with these stairs and I have to attach it to right here so that I can attach this piece to the engine. Now, I know this is a longer episode. I just want to make sure that I get it done before the baby comes. Because once the baby is here, well, I'm not going to have much time to do things. I'll make a separate video on that. Okay, so I'm going to now attach it just the right way. To make sure it fits in these slots. This piece is now in. And it's looking good. Looking good, guys. The next move I gotta do is I gotta take this piece right here. And I have to insert it right here. At least insert it the proper way. Alright, it is now in. Let's see if we can get that close up. It's looking good. The next piece I have to put in, I'm still kind of waiting for the glue to dry a little bit because there is 2 pieces and you have to put it in a certain way, but it's this piece right here. So that's going to be the very next piece that I put in. Actually, the piece that I just showed you, I'm going to let that dry a little bit longer. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and I'm going to put in this piece. This is the next step after placing the piece that I just showed you. And there we go. It is in place. And this thing is really starting to come together. And just think, I still have a whole nother engine and turbine to make. Well, the other engine itself, the main engine itself is done, but all the pipes, the valves, the ladders and walkways and all that other gear, that's probably going to be coming up in the next, I'm assuming 2 or 3 packs. Now that I've let the glue set a little bit longer, I'm going to go ahead, take this piece, and I am now going to attach it to the engines. Alright, that is now in place. And it's looking good. So on to the next thing. And since I've already did that other thing, I can now move on to the lower half of this page. Alright, so because these are a lot of fiddly parts that I got coming up, I am going to be doing a time lapse of this being put together. This piece here is like 4 different pieces and 2 screws, and that actually just took me like 10 minutes to do. Okay, finally I am down to almost the last pieces of the pack. Now I did go ahead and already attach the pieces to the base. So now I'm going to go ahead, turn it around, and I got to make sure that I go ahead and put it in the right position. So that fits in there nicely. So now I have to take the FP screw and screw this part in. It's in there, nice and snug. Now I'll move to the next piece, which is this very tiny piece. Now in place. The next piece is this piece right here. Dab of glue. And that is in there. So now we go to the very, very last page. So this piece right here, and it goes right in here. There's a small hole right there. I have to make sure it's the right way. Okay, that is now in, and that is the end of pack number 6. Wow guys, so that was one hell of a pack. So I kind of put it here just for, just so you guys could see how it's coming together. The engines, they're not attached. They're just sitting there in place. But this is going to show as to how detailed this model really is getting. And it's like crazy. But anyway guys, please make sure you guys like the video, comment, let me know what you guys think. Guys, subscribe to my channel so you guys can keep up to date with my latest videos, including videos of the build. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, kids and people of all ages, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.